Hey everybody, Josh here from Texas.com. I am at the entrance to what's referred to as Demon's Road in Huntsville, Texas. It's one of the more famous haunted places in the state. At the end of this road, supposedly, there is an old cemetery called Martha's Chapel Cemetery or something like that. If you Google it and take a look at Demon's Road in Huntsville, there's all kinds of stories about weird lights and ghosts following people home after they visit this place. So, apologize, the road's a little bumpy, so the camera's going to shake a little bit, even though I've got it mounted. So, you're supposed to come down here at night, but it's been a long day already, and I don't feel like staying around in Huntsville for another 3 or 4 hours so that I could then take the 3-hour drive home. But this is supposed to be a pretty famous spot. I kind of see the cemetery. It definitely looks old and creepy. So I'm turning into the road that seems to go right next to it. You can see there's a bunch of graves over there, and I'm going to park the Jeep, get out, and walk around a little bit and kind of show you what the supposedly haunted cemetery looks like off of Demon Road. Alright, so let me shut off the Jeep. And let's take a look around. So once again, very quiet out here. Very creepy. There's a historical marker here. Talks about Martha's Chapel. Pretty interesting. There's a bunch of apples and oranges and cigarettes here. Interesting. Let's take a look at some of these graves. You can kind of hear the faint rustle. There's not a lot of wind right now, but definitely some old, interesting graves here. That one's from like 1865. This one's 1880. There's Elizabeth. I don't believe in ghosts at all, but it's always interesting because when I come places like this just random sounds you hear from the forest freak you out. So there's a little tiny grave that says VMP. Some interesting old graves over here. There's some interesting ones right there. And this spot over here, most of the writing on the graves is, these must be so old, but there's no longer any way to tell whose grave it is. It's eerily quiet out here. Fence is kind of collapsed over there. I don't know if you can see it. This grave is broken in half, and the Holy Bible section is down in the ground. It's kind of a ominous sign. There's a little grave right over here. Carrie Cotton, born 1879, died 1925. One by one, life robs us of our treasure. And there's money on the top of that grave. Coins. That's interesting. There's a grave over here that is laying face down. Must have broken off. Ben Robinson died 1875. Oh, some animal over there just scurrying in the forest back there. Again, don't believe in this stuff at all, but it is kind of creepy. There's William Robinson. He died in 1895. There's William Cotton. Sure he's related to the other Cotton, but it looks like he's pretty far away. Graveyard. Huh. Definitely a creepy, creepy place. There's a little tiny grave right here. Can't really see what's on it anymore. Looks like it might actually storm soon. But this is kind of one of those places that's off in the middle of nowhere beyond Huntsville. It's probably about 10-15 minutes from Huntsville, kind of way back off of a dirt road. There's a pile of rocks there in that area. Most of these graves are broken off. I don't think I've toured a lot of graveyards in Texas for historical purposes, and they're always kind of eerie. But I've never seen so many graves that have just been snapped off. I don't know what these are the remains of. I guess the Martha's Chapel. It's a pretty tiny little chapel there. Let's go over and check out this big boy and see what's going on it. Sorry for the camera work. Still getting the hang of this kind of stuff. James Gary, 57 years old. Died in 1861, right around the Civil War. Huh. Interesting. So yeah, not really sure. Again, I don't get scared of this stuff easily. I don't believe in it in any way. It's always interesting and I guess a little fun to spook yourself sometimes, but I don't really think I'd be that excited to be here around 1 o'clock in the morning. So there's 1868. These graves have held up well. 1902, the Stern family. All right, so that's the graveyard at the end of Demon's Road. Again, if I don't make it back, you'll know that one of these so-called ghosts or demons or whatever. See, again, there's like 2 more graves completely almost sheared off. It's so odd. Yeah, so if something gets me, you'll have been a witness to why. So, all right, Josh from Go Explore Texas signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.